Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bengals franchise in Madden 01. We are starting off year 3, and in year 3 we have already simmed our week 1 matchup. It was our home opener against the Carolina Panthers, which we won closely by a touchdown, but we will take a 31-24 victory any day we can get it. So we start the season off 1-0. I think we had a pretty good start last year. Things kind of fell apart, but we're going to start things off here with a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, who are still the class of our division. But look at that, man. We're starting to even out the gaps a little bit. Normally those stars like 4 or 5 on every single one, but they're about 2 or 3 now as our team is getting just slightly better. So I think it said our overall was like 95, so we actually have improved quite a bit as a team, even if we haven't really changed a whole lot. So I've really just kind of built on the core that's already here, because they have strong pieces. They had strong pieces from the 90s, and they just kind of needed help to kind of fill it out. Also, I think in real life, a lot of those pieces really just did not pan out, like Peter Warrick, Corey Dillon, Achilles Smith. I don't think any of those guys really ever panned out for the Bengals. So in this game, since it's a video game, we can rewrite that, which is what we're doing so far. We're already Super Bowl champs, so this is our first game you're going to get to watch of the defending champs here, and it's already 3rd and 11 in Jacksonville territory. Achilles Smith is going to take it in shotgun formation here and, of course, throw it into a defender's hands. Fortunately, that one is not picked off, so we're going to bring out John Green, our kicker, to try and nail this one through. It is a bit of a long one here, kicking from the Jacksonville 35, but of course he nails it because he is automatic. I probably shouldn't say that because he wasn't all that automatic last year, but he gets us on the board early here in this game here, so we take a 3-0 lead over Jacksonville. Heading into the second quarter, and Jacksonville has themselves a 3rd and long situation from their own 20, and Mark Brunell's going to drop back and float this one out, and he finds an open man. He was in double coverage, and he gets brought down at the Jacksonville 45-yard line just about. By this point, I should have Jacksonville's roster just about memorized, but I never want to be too confident and just say the wrong people, so I try to avoid it. So on 1st and 10, though, they're going to hand it off to that man, Fred Taylor. Definitely know his name because he's given us some problems in the last couple of years here. He's been injured a little bit too, but he's got no problems here as he's already cutting up field, and he's got some open space, and he is free, he is loose, and no one's going to catch him. They tried to run alongside him, but no one's got the speed to match Fred Taylor, and he is gone for a huge pickup and a massive touchdown for Jacksonville now in this first half. So Jacksonville has set the edge here as Fred Taylor really just kind of found the open holes here. He redirects after getting bounced on that block, and number 20, I can't remember who that is here, but he is just in pursuit and just does not have the speed to close that gap. So Fred Taylor runs pretty much unchallenged. So Jacksonville has another opportunity with the football. Mark Brunell, under a ton of pressure, has to get rid of the football quick, as I believe it's Rod Smith who he found. For a huge pickup. Again, covered pretty well by our defenders, but just can't really close that gap, I guess. So Brunell, again, under some pressure, has to get rid of the ball quick on 3rd and short, and he cannot find an open man. So the pressure is getting to Brunell today in this game, and so Jacksonville's going to have to rely on the field goal team, and they are going to bail out the offense, as Jacksonville's going to take a 10-3 lead now with 1.5 minutes left in the first half. And Achilles Smith is going to run this quick drill because, that's what we love to do. We love to turn around quick. And that is our rookie tight end who we drafted, Sharper, who picks that one up and gets a first down. So we are now moving here as the clock is continuing to roll. Smith is going to drop back now. He's got a nice enough pocket, but the pressure is getting to him. He's got to roll out and floats this one all the way up. And there's a wide open Chris Waller who's got space here. He's got a defender at least 5 yards behind, and he's in the end zone for a Bengal touchdown, the first touchdown of year 3 that we are now witnessing. And it's a huge reception to Chris Waller. So Jacksonville doesn't really do much of anything with the ball when they get it back. So we have another opportunity here to actually add some points and maybe even take a lead, as Achilles Smith wants another home run ball and finds Chris Waller again. So Waller, who only had about 500 yards, he missed a lot of his rookie season with injury, and he's already coming up huge in a major way, much like last year in his first couple games. So 28 seconds, we're going to go to Corey Dillon against our better judgment, and he's got some speed here to get the edge, and fortunately that linebacker was able to get the shoestrings to bring him down, but that's a big pickup by Corey Dillon, which we want to see more of. We do. So with 24 seconds left to go in the first half here, we're cooking inside the red zone, and Achilles Smith lasers this one to Peter Warrick, and he cannot haul it in. Fortunately, that one wasn't intercepted. It looks like it could have been very easily. So 21 seconds now on 2nd and 10. Smith's going to drop back. He's got pressure in his face, gets rid of the football just in time, and I believe that is Sharper, the tight end who he found, but he gets blown up on the reception and can't quite hold on to it. So 16 seconds now, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 for this Bengal offense from about the Jacksonville 15. And we need to move here quick, even though the clock is stopped. So Smith's going to drop back, and again, pressure back in his face. And this time he does find Chris Waller, who gets absolutely slammed down in the end zone. So that's going to be another touchdown, his second touchdown in the first half on back-to-back offensive drives. Man, he is just a humongous offensive weapon. It's great to see these draft picks that I've picked really come through in a major way. We do miss Peter Warrick, seeing him get a little bit more active, but I love seeing Chris Waller make catches and make plays. So we take a 7-point lead to go into the locker room at halftime against our hated division rivals. So coming out of the locker room, though, we have the opportunity with the football, and again, Achilles Smith is dotting up passes to our receivers, fortunately not people on the other team, and this time it is Peter Warrick who does get the reception, so he's getting involved on offense as well. We have not forgotten him. So first and 10 here from the midfield logo on the big old Jaguar. We are late into this third quarter here, about halfway through. Smith now with a very clean pocket, and he makes a very tight throw to Sharper, and Sharper is injured on the play. He has hurt his head. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. He's already kind of been pretty productive so far in his very early rookie career, and I would hate to see him injured. Now, Achilles Smith taking all day to throw, and he lobs this one up, a home run ball to Chris Waller, who was basically out of the back of the end zone by the time the football got to him. And there you see Jason Sharper has a pinched nerve, and he will be fine after this game, essentially, because we're already in the second half. So 2 quarters is essentially the rest of the game. So we're going to hand this one off to Corey Dillon, and he's going to bounce off some defenders. He can't find some open room. Kind of awkward here, but, waiting for the animation to trigger, and it finally did, and he does not go really much of anywhere, and he hasn't really gone much of anywhere all game. So 3rd and 10 now in Jacksonville territory. We need something, and they send the kitchen sink. It looks like it might have been a screen pass. I don't really know. That play just kind of fell apart as our O-line could not hold up for anything. So we're going to bring out John Green to try and nail home at least another 3 points, and he does, man. From 48 yards, he can still nail them home. So we're going to take a 20-10 lead over Jacksonville as the third quarter comes to a close. So hold up your fours here. We've seen a bunch of wacky stuff happen, especially in the postseason from last year, so anything can happen. So we need some insurance scores if we can get it. We have another opportunity on offense, and this time Achilles Smith finally finds the opposing team, and they're going to take this one back and get it into our territory, as that is like the free safety. I'm pretty sure he had an INT the last time we played Jacksonville, I swear to God. But yeah, Achilles Smith just loves to lay up some dimes here. So Jacksonville's in prime position now to even up the score here, as Burnell takes no time at all to find Rod Smith to haul this one in and get into the end zone. And now this game is a little bit tighter and a little bit sweatier than it was before. So we don't do anything with the football, and Jacksonville's got another prime opportunity as Burnell finds a tight end who's weaving through our defenders and extending that play about another 5 to 10 yards, probably longer than it should have, as we are struggling here to just make the tackles and take the right angles to get to these guys. So Fred Taylor's got the ball again. We need to be careful, but I believe it's Takeo Spikes who was all over his back like a spider monkey, bringing him down. So 2nd and 5, they're going to go with Fred Taylor again. This time he hurdles a defender, and it looks like he might have gotten enough for the first down. Maybe awkwardly kind of fell on it, but I don't they didn't give it to him. So 3rd and inches, Jacksonville needs to convert here. A field goal will tie the game, but they can take a lead here with a touchdown. So they're going to go with Fred Taylor, and it's a gaping hole, and Fred Taylor's going to run about another 10 yards and get the first down. But hold on, the GOAT Baselli was holding on a little bit too much of the jerseys. So we have white jerseys. It's easy to see when someone's holding on to them, and Baselli definitely was. So that's going to erase that play, and now it's 3rd and 8 for Jacksonville, and they're going to go Fred Taylor again, and this time he cannot find the open hole and get the first down. So that's going to shut down Jacksonville's hot drive, and that's going to force them to rely on their kicker, who's going to burn quite a bit of time here. They're going to try and give us as little time as possible, but you already know it only takes a couple plays in this game to turn things around. And give a shout out to Mike Hollis, I guess, for nailing a 50-yarder. It's cool for him, I guess. But the game is now tied, but there's a minute, and we are in the driver's seat with an opportunity to walk off these Jaguars. That pressure comes off the edge completely untouched, and he just misses Achilles Smith, who was able to get rid of it to Chris Waller in time. But look at this, man, just right off the edge. No one even touches him. He's not even picked up at all. I don't know how he missed that sack, but fortunately Chris Waller had enough separation there to haul that one in and turn that into a positive play. So that's 1st and 10 now with just a minute left, and we are in Jacksonville territory. If we can get another 10 or so yards and get inside John Green's range here, we'll be okay. And we just get that as we get close to the 20-yard line. As I believe it's Ron Dugans who caught that one. We haven't called his name a whole lot recently, but just under a minute now, we are completely in the driver's seat as we hand this one off to Gross to run up the middle here, maybe center it a bit and waste some time, as I think Jacksonville is just about all out of timeouts now. So we're just going to kind of cook the time and just wait here, just try and center it and just hold on to the football and play it safe as we let the time tick by here on 2nd and 2. We give to Corey Dillon, who runs right up the middle, and he gets brought down awkwardly on that first down marker. Chris Waller obviously getting player of the game honors here, but 1 second we would call a timeout, and John Green with the walk-off field goal, and he nails it through. And so your Cincinnati Bengals are going to start 2-0 on this season and already have a win in Jacksonville, man. That is massive. A humongous start for these upstart Cincinnati Bengals. I don't even know if they're upstarts anymore. We're defending champions. We should expect nothing less. So that's a great performance by our offense. I'm really proud of what our team was able to accomplish here. It was really a good performance all around. I wish our defense was maybe a little bit tighter, but all around pretty decent. There are some things to clean up on. Both teams were pretty horrendous on 3rd down, so there's that. Jacksonville never even made it into the red zone, so I guess that's massive for our defense, and we were able to keep them out of it. So offensively, Akili Smith did have the pick, but overall his game was, it's about what we expect from Akili Smith at this point, honestly. But yeah, in the next video, we will cover more games and such, so I hope to see you guys there in the next one.